Oh, ow, hit my head pretty hard there. Kia ora, welcome to Wellington. Only here one night, so gonna make the most of it. And let's get to it.
I'm so good at pretending. Keep on smiling in my tiny bubble, like a movie without ending. Spending time like it was going backwards. Bruises covering my walls, but they fall down.
Headed north to the North Island. We're gonna take the ferry over today and continue to make our way up towards the Bay of Islands by the end of next week.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go.
Making our way over to Wellington. I'm sitting here on the front deck. Alright, so this is for my sister. I promised maybe I would do something like this.
Prestige worldwide.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like most people would be like that.
Alright, we are now in the open ocean, the open waters of passage between the North and South Islands of New Zealand.
It looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions I'll go, running to better times, 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 to better times.
Alright, we have made it to Wellington, so gonna check out some of the local bars and probably head up to Mount Victoria. 3-hour cruise here, and time to explore. Just checked into the hotel. There's a lot of flies in my room, so I'm gonna start killing them all. There's one on the window over there. Kia ora. Oh my god, this freaking fly! Three flies down. 3 flies down. Got it.
Just as most of the world is going into lockdown as a result of the pandemic, we were lucky enough to enjoy New Zealand before it went on total lockdown. Getting towards the end of summer in New Zealand, people were out celebrating, having a good time, and we were just so fortunate to be able to enjoy Wellington as Wellington. Since we've left New Zealand, a complete lockdown So unfortunate. Most of the world is now experiencing this, but again, we were lucky enough to enjoy Wellington, and here we go.
Double backflip. Oh, now he's really yelling double backflip. Double backflip. Double backflip. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, that was boring. Right, so very sunburnt. Halfway through dinner, we're on our 4th bucket of Corona, and the bar has ran out of limes. So I'm going to the local market. I'm gonna buy some limes and bring them back to the table so that we can enjoy our Corona. Learned 2 things today. 1, always wear sunscreen in New Zealand. There is a hole in the ozone layer. And number 2, always make sure you bring limes for your Corona. Hi, do you have any limes by chance?
No limes.
No limes?
What are you up to?
What's that?
With limes, man?
We're at a bar right now and they ran out of limes. So we don't know how to drink our Corona without limes. So do you know where I could get some close by market?
Oh, you want Corona and lime disease?
Neither.
The nearest supermarket, you probably want to grab one of these like scooters if you've got the app for Uber. See the street here where those first traffic lights are? And remember, the reason the Mexicans put those citrus in the top of their bottles is to keep the flies off it. I love Corona personally, but you might have been drinking it with that flavour in it and got accustomed to that flavour in it. The reason that the Mexicans did that is because there's fucking flies.
Freaking fly.
And those citrus keep the flies off your...
Okay, interesting.
So you actually don't need it.
Okay, then I'm gonna head back with that one.
Go back to them and be like, you know what? Apparently it's to get the flies out. Maybe Google that shit on the way out, but I'm pretty sure that the whole point of the wedge of lime is about flies, and limes are plentiful in Mexico.
Alright, and not here.
Mexico, and there ain't many flies around.
Freaking fly.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, thank you. Have a good day.
See you, man.
I'm gonna start running because we gotta get back to the bar. And I'm gonna turn my screen this way. So I have a long trip back to the bar, but we've got an explanation of why the Mexicans put citrus on their beers, and it's to keep the flies away. And although it tastes good, it's really not necessary here because there's not as many flies here in New Zealand. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run back to the bar, and we're gonna have our Corona without the limes.
Alright, so the next morning it was off to Mount Victoria. I was the only one on this hike. Maybe everyone else had a little bit too much Corona, but this was not supposed to be a difficult hike. It's not very high, and it's, to be honest, not very far, but it was so dark, and apparently I didn't find the right entrance to the actual trail, so most of my way up the mountain I wasn't even on a trail. It took like an hour and a half. It's supposed to take like 15 minutes. Luckily I started so early that I got up in time to see the sunrise, and that's what you're seeing here, me talking at the sunrise. Only one problem: I'm recording this video, but I find out my mic is just completely broken.
Alright, what is up everybody? Unfortunately, I've been recording for like 15 minutes and just realized that my microphone is broken. I'm gonna have to go out in the city here in Wellington and go buy a new microphone, so I apologize if the quality of the video right now isn't the best. So I am currently on the top of Mount Victoria in Wellington, New Zealand, the capital of New Zealand. I did a hike this morning, a very early morning, 5 a.m. start. You can see maybe behind me the sun is coming up, and a beautiful hike, well, dark hike. I started very early using my flashlight to try to get up the trail, and apparently it's not as well marked as I thought because I kind of got lost coming up the mountain. But anyway, I made it here, and I'm currently the only one up here. There was a few people up here for the actual sunrise, and they have since left. But this is such a great spot. Behind me you have the airport. You can see the airplanes come in and take off. And then I'm just going to walk here on the other side, and we can see the harbor, which, you know, you've got the harbor, and then you've got the city behind it. So you've got hotels and the business district. So we're walking up here, so you've got that. And I apologize, I'm kind of speeding through here because my batteries are a little low. I didn't expect to have to basically record everything twice, so just bear with me. And I'll just kind of make a loop around here, 360 view here at the top of Mount Victoria. If you're coming to Wellington, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Mount Victoria, this is a spectacular view. You've got mountains and you've got ocean, you've got the harbor, you've got the airport, you've got everything here. So I would definitely recommend it. You can do the sunrise or you can do a sunset, and depending on the time of day and week, my understanding is buses come up here regularly. I did not take a bus, and I haven't seen any. So with it being Sunday, my guess is maybe they don't run the buses. So again, the airport now behind me again, and just spectacular views. So anyway, if you're new to following me, my name is Dobes. I travel around the world and make travel content. I'm just getting started with this YouTube channel. So if you like this video and you want to support me, please hit the subscribe button and enable bell notifications. That will definitely help me out. In New Zealand, I was supposed to be in Thailand this week, and unfortunately due to the pandemic, I kind of changed plans last minute. I guess seeking asylum here in New Zealand. But first impressions of New Zealand, I mean, this place is awesome. You've got so many different activities you can do. It's very much an outdoorsy kind of place. Made some new friends that I'm kind of traveling with here, who have been in New Zealand for a couple weeks at this point, and spent a lot of time on the South Island already. And they've done skydiving, and they've done glacier hiking. They've done so many activities, and we can continue. So I'm on my way up northbound to the Bay of Islands, and a lot of those activities I will have the chance to do as we make it through the country. First impressions of like the people, the culture here, it's very much laid back, which is cool, very casual. I've been in shorts and a t-shirt most of the time here, and the people are just so friendly, always willing to help you out. Now I will say a lot of the places I've been to so far are very touristy areas, so you know, there's a good mix of people not from here that I've been kind of socializing with, but the locals are definitely very cool. There are a few people now starting to come up here, so I'm going to wrap it up soon so I don't interrupt their morning peaceful kind of sunrise vibe. But I think what I'm going to do is do some video on the way back up or back down the mountain, so you can kind of see what it's all about. And if you have any questions about Mount Victoria or Wellington in general, I'm only here for a day, but certainly ask a question, maybe I can answer it. Looks like we gotta be careful. Alright, so far staying on a trail, and it seems to be well marked, but coming up in the dark, I didn't see any of these signs. Alright, a little nervous about the whole Mount Victoria recording. My microphone broke, so I had to record without the microphone. Luckily, very calm up there, so hopefully it's going to be okay. I think I gotta look for a microphone, ideally the same one. So we're in a big city, should be able to find one. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's go look for a microphone. Do you carry microphones? Like a Rode video mic, something like that?
Rode's so difficult to get in New Zealand. Yeah, JB Hi-Fi Australia does them all, but in New Zealand, for some reason, they don't have an official supplier. The best place to try is Wellington Photographic Warehouse, which is on Victoria Street behind us, about 100 or so meters down.
Okay, I'll take a look. Thank you. All right, you heard the guy. Rode video mic is not. It's not popular in New Zealand. Apparently, just in Australia. So we're gonna head to the Wellington photo shop.
And just like that, we are back in business.
Yeah, that's the exact one I have. Yeah, that's all I'm checking. Yeah, no, that's good.
We are back on the road, done with Wellington, heading north towards the Bay of Island. And as you can see by these short clips coming up, the mountains, and I can't wait to show this content coming to you soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.